Should be live, I believe.
Yep, it popped up on my Facebook.
I'm trying to find it.
Try to do what?
I'm trying to find it on my.
Yeah, look.
Is it live? Are we live?
Oh, you're repeating yourself.
Okay. Well, if you have it, then I guess we're live. Oh, it does show. It does show live. Cool. Yo, what's going on, man? Yeah, we'll just maybe like wait a couple seconds, see if we can get some other people in here. Hopefully the course is going really well, man. We're super, super, super pumped.
It says Facebook user in the chat. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
He probably left his.
No, I know. I'm having to go to. I'm going to Facebook to pull it up. Sorry, guys. New software. We're trying to figure out how it is. Oh, it's Jonathan. Robert's in here. Jeff's in here.
Okay,
What's
cool.
up, Jeff?
I see it. What's going on, guys? What's up, Jonathan? What's up, Robert? What's up, Jeff?
Yes, that's awesome. Course is super detailed. That's awesome, man. I'm actually so the point of this. One of the things we wanted to get out of this is we wanted to know, like, get some feedback from you guys. So for the videos that you guys have gone through, like, what have been your thoughts? Like, what are your critical feedback? Like, what do you think is missing? What do you really like about it? Like, we really want to hear your guys' feedback because this course is all about you guys. Oh, what's up, Jose?
Yeah, guys. So we've been working on this for the last probably, I think September, August. I think August was the first time Sean and I were like, dude, we got to do something out there. So it's just taken us a long time to get it up and running. Obviously I'm super, super busy in my business. So taking the time, and then Sean as well. He's super, super busy with his, websites and SEOs. He's got so many clients as well. So it's just taken us a long time to really get this in. And then over the last month with editing and softwares and making sure it's right. And even then, we're still not finished, guys. It's cold right now. There's a lot of equipment and a bit more washing tutorials that I want to make. I just haven't been able to do so just because December we were really, really busy. So just keep in mind as we go through with the program, especially in the springtime when it really starts getting rocking and rolling, you can expect a lot more clear and detail washing videos. I know I just really wanted to focus on the actually getting yourself known online, how to talk to customers, getting jobs. That's the stuff that really drives the revenue. And I've said like multiple times on the YouTube channel, and like, why we created this course is, a lot of that washing stuff is easily found on a simple search on YouTube. This, how to deal with customers when they say a certain thing, or all these different stuff like the back end, the trade secrets. A lot of that stuff is kind of hush hush. Even if you do spend like hundreds of dollars, you still don't get that stuff readily available to you. So that's kind of a little bit why we wanted to get into this program.
Yeah, I think, and like that's important because I think we've been pretty critical of ourselves. I mean, we've been working on this, like you said, for like 4 months now, like writing out the wireframe, the videos we were going to record, and even up to us like still adding a couple videos here and there. Like we continuously, like we have a big giant list of like videos we still want to create and want to add. Like for example, like I don't have anything in the course right now around like Facebook ads, and like that's a big part of especially when you're newer in business. Maybe not so much when you're later in business, but like there's definitely a lot more content in the pipeline. I think we're at like 60 something videos now, but like we probably have over the next 90 days, we'll probably add anywhere from 15 to 20 more videos. So I saw Robert's comment, the video plus detailed messaging actually sounding more professional from the first engagement. Another option, just overpriced how to wash garbage.
So a little bit kind of like how we see, obviously this is the pre-launch. Okay. So, the point of this pre-launch is to just get some feedback for the course. We want to kind of show you guys how the lives are going to work. So my idea here going forward with these lives is to obviously a lot of one-on-one help, Q&As, live question and answering. I want to really dig into the trenches with you guys. Like this year, honestly, is like I'm really just focused on this program and helping out as much people as I can, just with one-on-one help. I really am trying to take a step back from actually being out in the field. Guys, I've been out in the field for the last 5 years. I am dog tired. Okay. It's just time. It's just time that I kind of take a step back and really get into the trenches with these people. And I believe with this program, it's going to allow me to do that better than I'm doing it right now. As much time as I am, as much time as I am spending with the YouTube channel. Okay, so that's just kind of what I'm kind of thinking about for this year. And with these lives, we're going to get people in. How this is actually going to work. Sean can kind of dive into it, but we'll have our topics. We'll pick some good topics in the beginning. Then we'll call out some people, say, hey, look, Jonathan, we'll get you here on the Zoom and we can kind of go in and outs of your issues, things that you're kind of stuck on, see how we can help you, see how we can kind of progress, see, if we can help you get there a bit quicker. So that's kind of the point of all these lives, is to have some good setup topics, get some people in here, and get people rocking and rolling and get more one-on-one help.
Yeah, and I think that's an important distinction. And feel free, guys, while we're here, if you guys have any specific questions for Austin or myself, even in this live right now, always drop them in the comments, because that's what the course is about. That's what this whole live Q&A is all about, is making sure, because I'm sure Austin knows what it was like when he got first started in pressure washing. I understand that when you're newer in business, you have lots of different questions about marketing. Should I do EDDM? Should I do Facebook ads? I'm trying to do this. Feel free, drop those all the time in this live Q&A, and we'll address them here. That's what this is completely all about. And to kind of piggyback off of what Austin was saying, a big part of the reason that I wanted to do this course was because so often, I made a video about this in the course, but so often do I see, every day guys are posting in these Facebook groups asking for advice around marketing. And so many people are just spamming the wrong shit. That's really what's happening. And I just don't have time to I used to, when I was newer in business, I would sit down and actually give people detailed responses hey, I would recommend doing X, Y, and Z over, this. And so I think that this live Q&A thing and the course kind of really outlines some of that. So that was a big part for me, but.
I want to know if there's anything specific in the program. I know we're able to see kind of a lot of y'all's progress on the back end. So is there anything so far, obviously the point, like I said, this is pre-launch. We're going to launch on Monday. So we're trying to gather as much information as possible before the launch. Is there anything that you guys feel that is missing? Maybe some stuff that you want some more clarification on? I see some of the comments here. It looks like we're pretty detailed. Halfway through module 4 and everything has been pretty detailed so far. Okay, so it looks like I think we've done a pretty good job. So I'd like to know overall thoughts. What do you guys think? Let's see if we can get some comments in, and maybe before we get off, we can get someone on the live.
So there's a comment that says, I have the how to wash too, but from the beginning with no cash, no reviews, it's hard. Even family says no to free surface cleanings and easy 30-second reviews. Do you have any feedback on that, Austin? Because my thought was, I have that video, the washing for reviews, but I don't know if you have more specific feedback than I would.
Yeah, I have the how to wash course, but from the beginning with no cash, no reviews, it's so hard. Even family says no to free surface cleaning and easy 30-second reviews. I'm not sure what he means by easy 30-second reviews. Is he referring to just having them give him a quick review?
Yeah, maybe that's what he's saying. Even his family's saying they won't leave him a review.
Hold on, but
Robert, if you can elaborate. But then Jose said, bro, why is it so hard to do free work? I've been turned down a couple of times, and I was so excited to clean it up before and after pics. Jose, do you mean you're going door to door and you're offering people to do their driveways and sidewalks and stuff like that for free, and people are still turning you down?
Yeah, here's the thing, just to refer on what Robert was saying first. I mean, look, it's going to be a numbers game. This is what I talk about in the course too. You're not going to reach out to 5 people and have 5 people give you the green light. It might be 20, it might be 30 people to get 5. I made a Facebook post a few weeks ago on several Facebook groups actually offering free pressure washing because I was looking for a dummy house to do my tutorial videos on. I didn't want to make a tutorial video on an actual customer's house. It's just because I wanted my own playground. I wanted uninterrupted time on a house, and I didn't want it to be in my business setting. This is 2 different entities, right? So I made a Facebook post, and it was a detailed Facebook post saying, hey, free pressure washing at the top. I even had these little red little alarm emojis. So it was kind of like in your face, but then it was also just like, hey, I'm coming up with a program for my guys. I'm looking for some people that are interested in free pressure washing, however you want to word it. But man, I posted at least into 4 or 5 groups and on my personal Facebook page, and I got tons of DMs. So at the end of the day, we'll be kind of a numbers game. Also taking advantage of all social media. Nextdoor is actually great too. Nextdoor, with all the people that are on Nextdoor, but it really depends on how you word it. I'd like to see how you're wording, how you're wording it, because that is going to play huge.
Real big on the number side of things, and I think that this is very important to kind of bring up too. Obviously your whole point was like you're struggling to get reviews because like you can't even get people to like let you wash their driveway for free, and like that's just going to be like part of the tenacity of like starting a business, because you're going to be met with so much adversity. I can't tell you how many times I get, I do consults with guys, and they're like, yeah, I was at like 70 reviews and Google like got rid of 30 of them and just set me back like 6 months on reviews, or like, hey, I had 10 people say they left me a review and only 1 came through. And it's really just going to come down to numbers. Like it's just, you just have to keep pushing through that and just consistently delivering. Austin, I see a question here about the virtual office. Yeah. 2 people asked about it now. So the question is can you elaborate more on the virtual office for Google My Business? Based on what I've heard, we are not able to do that on Google. So yes, per the terms of service for Google, you are not allowed to have a virtual address as your business address. Now, with that being said, I have never seen anybody having any issues using it. I personally use this for my business. If you look up the social media pros on Google, you will see that we have an address that's in Tampa. My business is not based in Tampa. So take it with a grain of salt. I don't think you should be wary of using a virtual address if you're setting up your Google business profile. Now, with that being said, if you have an established Google business profile and you're like, man, I kind of screwed up because I live in a rural area and I really should have put my virtual address in this very populated area so I have the opportunity to get more work, that might be a little bit more of an uphill battle. But again, even I still did that. I just recently moved to Florida 4 months ago. I had a virtual address in Ohio. When I moved down here to Florida, I went into my Google business profile. I changed it to a new virtual address with no issues. Now, I could be a little bit lucky and you may get suspended for it. And you're right in addressing that. I think it's a very good question. I would be less concerned about it though, personally.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to, hold on. He said, back to what Robert was saying, even family says no to free surface cleaning. Oh, hold on. That's not the one I was referring to. Scripts.
Somebody said, Jose said, I'm not very articulate, so I asked AI to write me content for a Facebook post, and it was sweet. That's good, man. I like that. Hey, man, you know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I found it. He said, yeah, I saw that one too. Robert said, family won't spend time to write a review. Look, whenever I first got started, I hardly even asked. I showed up at my parents and my grandparents and my friends' dads, who's my practically like my other dad. I just showed up at their house and said, "Hey, I'm doing this." But those are people that are not going to care about you just showing up on your property. But man, if you can't get your friends or family to write you a review, that's a little sus right there. If they love and support you, they should be able to help you out. A lot of my reviews, if you look at my business, like the first 5 or 6 or even 10, mom, dad, neighbors, aunt, uncle, but I showed up at their house. Those are some of my first Google My Business pictures. Now, I probably 2 or 3 of them are probably my best friend, my girlfriend at the time. They helped me out. Obviously, I didn't work for them, but that's not the point, right? You want to get that experience, but you should know 5 or 10 or 15 people in your Rolodex of friends and family that love, trust, and respect you. And if they can't even help you out with a Google review, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's like a jealousy thing. They don't want to see you win or what.
That's actually, that's a very interesting point. But the whole point of, I think this is a very foundational thing in business in general, is like just not relying on people. Like, if you go to your close friends and family, they won't support you. They won't let you wash for free and leave you a review and those sorts of things. Like, just keep it pushing. Maybe you go door to door for 3 hours and get told no for 3 hours straight. And then finally you have somebody that says yes to a free sidewalk. Like, that's just, that can be the difference maker, and in my experience from talking to, at this point, tens of thousands of pressure washing business owners. Like, I've seen the differences between the guys who are successful and not. And the guys who are successful are the ones who, like, there's literally no excuse. Like, there's everything you do is a no excuse situation. Like, hey,
Yeah, they're just
I
gonna do it.
yeah, like, hey, I want to get to 50 reviews in 3 months, and I don't care how I get there, right? Like, you can tell me no, great. I know I'm going to keep pushing until I find people who are going to say yes.
Yeah.
Um,
That because everyone that I know that are super successful in it, they have that same exact attitude. Like, you know, with the whole like, oh, I can't find my friends or family to get reviews, or you know, it's hard to get. How is it hard? It shouldn't be hard to do free work, right? It's free. There's a channel called SB Pressure Washing, SB Mowing. He's like he's got
I've seen
millions
him.
of followers. This guy videos and tapes himself showing up to houses, knocking on the door. Hey, I want to pressure wash your driveway, and the guy's like, "What? Oh, okay." Just like, you know, I think it's just the difference is actually doing it and doing it more than once or twice. I think that's a lot. I think you experience this problem too, Sean, like with people who try Facebook ads. They try Facebook ads once and like, oh, that must mean it doesn't work. It didn't work for me. Like, dude, like if everything worked the first time, I said this a lot in the program too. If everything worked the first time you ever did something, everyone would be filthy fucking rich.
Yeah.
And
Consistency is so big, man. Like, and that's in every part of your business. You know what I mean? Like I in one of the videos in the course, it's about Facebook groups, right? Like, we all know Facebook groups are really powerful. I don't know many pressure washing businesses who generate a lot of leads from Facebook groups, but in that one strategy, I guarantee you could hit 6 figures in your first year if you just implemented that one strategy. But it's just posting to 10 to 15 different Facebook groups every single day, providing value, right? And it's consistency. Yeah, if you do it for a week, you're not going to get any leads. After 2 weeks, you're probably not going to get any leads. But after 6 months, you're going to have more leads than you know what to do with. Everything that you do in this business is all going to be about consistency. Consistency. You have who has 100 and Jonathan is a client of ours. 122 reviews. I didn't know that.
Badass.
Jonathan's killing it. What reviews should be more important, Google or Facebook? Google by hands down, not even close, not even a question. Google reviews when you're a new business is without a doubt. You can feel free to interrupt me here on this, Austin, but I believe that Google reviews is without a doubt your best marketing effort because it's free and it can actually provide you leads. The difference of having 5 Google reviews and 50 Google reviews is the difference in getting no phone calls a week and getting 10 phone calls a week. And it costs you, especially if you use the washing for review strategy, it costs you nothing. Facebook reviews and Yelp reviews and Angie reviews, they help you with brand awareness, meaning that if people come across those profiles and see that, that could be the determining factor on whether or not they reach out or not. But it doesn't have anything to do with your visibility for the most part. With Google, which is where homeowners are going to Google looking for your services. Your visibility, specifically in the map pack, is predicated on those reviews. So Google reviews are powerful. They're ridiculously powerful.
And it's not the first time. It's not the first time I've heard that people are having an issue getting Google reviews. And this is what I talked about in the course too. Is how you treat the whole sales process from the meet and greet to the end game, that's going to determine everything. It's going to determine whether the client, I learned this back in the car business as well. It's like, that's going to determine if the clients remember you, right? They should be able to remember the following year. Hey, there was that Austin guy that he was amazing. Not only did he do a great job, the dude was just an awesome guy. That's the guy. Like, when someone thinks pressure washing, they got to think at the top of their head, oh yeah, I recommend this guy. Not, oh man, I don't know what to tell you. And the art of asking for a review too. It's a whole thing that goes into it. When you do, you're doing an estimate with the customer. You're walking around. The first thing, you're building a rapport with them, but also she's like, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Customer, I want you to know my goal here is to get a 5-star review from you, and I'm going to do that by giving you a 5-star service. So the whole time I'm going through the whole meet and greet, the whole estimate, the whole texting and back and forth, I'm reiterating, hey, I want to, you don't understand, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, I'm looking for a 5-star review from you. And the whole time in their head, like, okay, I'm going to give them a 5-star review. Like, and so, but you're going to have a really hard time getting 5-star reviews if you treat the entire process like so transactional. Like, so I dig so far into this course about that with this course, and a lot of you guys have been going through it. But that is a big difference maker on someone landing a review or not.
I think there's something important there too. There's two parts I want to piggyback off. One, this is why having a CRM is so important, because the CRM can automate that process. So as long as you're doing the things that like Austin's talking about, where you're like reiterating this throughout the sales process, and then when they get the invoice via the CRM, and the CRM automatically sends them a link to leave a
Yeah, that
review.
too.
Like I've seen guys go from 10 reviews in 2 years to 50 in 3 months just by having a CRM that
Just by having the software. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think the software and then, the business owner, they really go hand in hand when both are clicking and firing. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a force. It's a force to be reckoned with for sure.
The other thing, Austin, I was thinking about that we actually don't have in the course is word of mouth, because word of mouth is without a doubt the most powerful form of marketing by far, because all of these homeowners are your future sales reps. Like if you do a
Yeah.
good job, and I think if you treat them as future sales reps and like you said, not transactional, like over time, the compound effect of this is what will really pay dividends.
Yeah. I didn't list that as one of the job methods because I guess whenever you're looking for
It's tough.
jobs, you can't do it on word of mouth because you need jobs to begin with. But
Yeah.
that, word of mouth is just going to fall into your whole sales process. From the whole thing, like I just said, you want to be top of mind all the time in anything revolving exterior cleaning. And that goes into what I talk about when I break down my CRM and how I do in the advanced section of the course. I talk about follow up and reaching out to past clients. I'm always in their ear every month, whether it's giving value, whether it's giving deals, spring deals, summer deals, ringless voicemails. These people hear from me all the damn time, and they
That's
call
awesome.
me by name. They say, "Hey, Austin," like they don't say, "Hey, United Exterior." They're expecting to talk to me.
Yeah.
And the people who call me off Google, these are not even my customers. They just read my reviews, and every single one of my reviews, it's Austin did a great job. Austin this, Austin this, Austin that. I'll get calls like, "Hey, is this Austin? Man, I saw your reviews." Okay, so that all plays into the whole service, and that
Yeah.
goes into what Sean said about the about God dang it, what'd you say about word of mouth?
Word of mouth.
Yeah, it's just like, man, my neighbor this, my aunt had you work for him. It's just like if you can give them a 5-star service, a service that they won't forget, dude, you can build a 6-figure business just on that. Just
Yeah. And I know it's tough because new guys hear that, right? Like they'll post in a Facebook group and they'll say, like, hey, like what's the best way to get jobs? And then all of the older guys are commenting and saying word of mouth, word of mouth, word of mouth. And it's like, okay, like I get it, but like I'm a new business. So like word of mouth really is that important, but obviously it's not something you can really attack right away, but it's something that you should plan for in the future. Jonathan in the comments said the sales section so valuable. I would pay the monthly fee just for that. So what I heard was we should break it off into its own thing and sell it separately.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but the idea with the course is really try and have something that's not on the market and have it be really affordable. My number one thing for this program was to make sure every person got their hands on it. I think about all these expensive programs out there. It's like, man, how many people just didn't have the money for it?
Yeah.
And how many of those people would have really benefited if they could just get it? So that was kind of going in on this, and obviously there's a lot of criticism on some of their courses on what they have for value. But I also want to say too, a lot of people go into this and they're looking for the magic like answer or the magic like missing piece in the puzzle. Like if they implemented this one strategy, their whole business will change. I see a lot of these people on Facebook selling equipment. I'm telling you right now, the reason why most people are just getting out of the business and they can't do it is because a lot of these mindsets that we're talking about, it comes down to consistent. Like, dude, you can be consistently doing a half-ass job and we'll get somewhere versus someone who's not consistently doing a great job. You know what I mean? It's just like the person who sits around the person that stays around doing it for the longest time is just going to get there. Now, if you can just implement these little things, mindsets, and understand how to talk, dude, sales and self-development, that's a huge thing. Because if you can just communicate well, man, I mean, being a master communicator is like really something that I'm not saying I'm there either. I read books, I podcast, like anything, like, emotional intelligence. These are super important things. And not so many people value them because they think that they can just post a Google My Business about pressure washing and then they'll get there. It's just like you have some actual self-development work that you need to do. And I'm sure Sean did as well. These are all
Yeah, I
things
mean,
that
yeah,
go
yeah.
into business.
It's true with any business. I mean, the two things that you have to have in order to be a successful business owner is tenacity and consistency. You have to have the consistency to do the same thing repetitively and not understand the outcome, whether it's good or bad. You have to be consistent with it, and then tenacity just comes through. Like no matter what, I'm just going to achieve it. But Robert had a comment I wanted to address. So he says, I have a CRM, but it's not Mark8 or Jobber, but it works for keeping info for customers, but the email or text I have to spend more money on due to a different company with the email and text. I'd almost consider getting a new CRM, because now my question to you, Robert, is like in my opinion, the most important feature that a CRM can have for a new business is having that Google review automated feature. And it sounds like the CRM you have, not only can you not text or email your customer list, which is kind of a big point of having a CRM,
Mhm.
but it sounds like you may not even be able to do that. So yeah, I'm assuming that the one you have is probably inexpensive.
It's
I
probably an
think I don't.
app.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Mark8. I think it's what, like $50, $40 a month,
No, it's
something like
like
that.
29 bucks.
Yeah, dude. I think everybody should have that. I mean, I like House Call Pro because of some of the advanced features. It's a little bit more money. It's like 60, 70. But like, even if you're a new, like if you're a new business, like Mark8's fine. Like it's $30 a month, and it's like it has almost all the features that you want in a CRM.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the topics of the course too, is like why it's so important to have a CRM, because the first 6 months, 6 to 8 months, I kind of bounced around not having it. I had an app, I got a new phone, lost some of my app stuff. Anyway, when it eventually got time to, and I kept a lot of customers just on my text, on my text history, and by the time I made the swap or on a notebook, this is 5 years ago. Of course, I don't have anything saved or written down. I probably had like 70 or 80 jobs, in that year. And of course I couldn't, so that was 70 or 80 clients that I could have had on my CRM already booked in for the next year with any kind of marketing campaigns that I could have reached out to. Didn't have any of their information. So that's got to be a day one thing, or at
Yeah,
least the first
I
month
agree.
thing, getting a CRM. I don't care if I don't care if you don't have any business, dude.
Robert says I do have a review app that is attached to my CRM, but I'm paying $50. So I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like $50 for a review app, like that's not bad, because those reviews are worth gold. Like, and having some kind of system that automates it is great. But there are CRMs like Mark8 where it's cheaper to do that same thing. So I mean, if you like the CRM you have and you want to continue to use it, like I think it's worth paying the $50 a month just for that one feature. I mean, hell, I think it's worth more than that, because to me as a marketer, it's the most important part of the CRM. Now, Austin's going to have different thoughts because there's things that he prefers more in the CRM, but for me, from a marketing perspective, getting those Google reviews up is priority number one. So
Yeah.
I think it's worth it.
I think for me, like the biggest thing for the CRM that I kind of just get giddy about is just every month I look at my CRM and I look at my customer list, and it goes from
Mhm.
500, 600, 800, and it's just like, dude, like you said, that's gold. Like,
Yeah.
reviews are gold, but dude, getting customers in your CRM is literally liquid gold. And then I talk about like the snowball effect in my program a lot too. Whereas like, yeah, you got 50 customers, you reach out to them, you might get one or two that reach back out to you from like a text campaign. But when you got 1,000 customers and you nail the emails, or you nail your ringless voicemails, and you get a ringless voicemail and it sounds so good and it's going to 1,000 people, dude, that's why I talk about like filling up my gaps in my schedule. If I want to go get an extra couple $1,000 on my schedule, ringless voicemail, boom.
Boom.
I got so many clients, and I can just know I'm going to get, whatever service I want. But that's going to go into just making sure you get every client. And that's like, that goes back to doing work for free, because you might not get paid on it now, but you're going to get paid on it in the future if you can take advantage of
Yeah.
your, customer database.
Guys, we're coming up on the 30-minute
30.
mark. Yeah, I mean, so feel free, if you guys have any last minute questions, fire them off here, but we're going to be doing this every week at the same time, same day. At least that's our goal. Obviously life happens sometimes, it may just be Austin, or it may just be me, but for the most part, we want to make this a space where you guys can come and pick our brains, and eventually bring you guys on if you guys want to ask questions that everybody else can hear and gain value from, or if you have specific topics you guys want to talk about. And I made a post about this in the rules, and I'll kind of reiterate it here. And Austin, your thoughts on it too. But like I know in a lot of groups, like people get really frustrated when people are asking about like, hey, what Quick Connect goes with this, and like where should I go to get a logo? And it's like, I feel like our group is like, it's okay for for those things, because like this is all pressure washing business owners who are trying to like find and navigate like that first 2 years in business. So like I feel like all of that content is totally okay here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a mix of people in here. Like Jonathan, he's got, you know, man,
Yeah.
that dude's got more reviews than I do. So he's killing it, right? I need to step up my game on the reviews. I guess for me, I just get so many leads. I'm not too concerned about it. But we're also gonna get a lot of people that are just brand new, and they're gonna have a lot of these questions. So and so there's not going to be any there's no question's a dumb question. I know even in my pressure washing business owners Facebook group, there's like 60,000 people, and I get DMs every other day from people that got sour or just like, he said this, he said that, can you take him off? It's just like, dude. So yeah, there's not going to be any, that bull crap in here. No question's a bad question. And kind of like what I'm seeing with these lives, we'll have dedicated topics. They're going to be more towards people that are in their beginner states. We'll get some people on the live as well. Yeah. And we'll just get into it. And then outside of this, I'm going to offer a lot of one-on-ones just in the group. So I'll probably post a Calendly link to the group. Some of you guys can get on my Calendly if you guys want to get more one-on-one help, because I'm assuming in the next week or two we're probably going to have easily a couple hundred people in here, so it's going to be hard to get each single person on the live, but nonetheless we're going to do the best we can.
And then just real quick, and this was in the email, and just so you guys understand, so for the, obviously you guys all got pre-launch access. It's free for the first 30 days. The caveat to that is if you email us a video review of the course, once you guys have gone through the course, then you're going to get lifetime access to the course. Now, obviously I know some of you guys are like, I'm not good on video, I don't want to do that. If it's something like where it's like, hey, you just want to send us an email review, like reviews, just like reviews are very important to you guys on Google. These reviews that you guys give us, all of these comments you guys are giving us about the quality of the course, is going to be really important because we're going to use it for our future marketing efforts. So after you guys go through the course, I mean, we would be super honored if you guys got us a video somehow of what you thought about the course. And like I said, we will grant you guys access to the course for as long as the course is up and running.
Yeah. I'm also going to make a post that'll just be available for the next few days. I'm going to delete it on Monday, but I'm going to make a post probably after this live saying something like, hey, drop your reviews down here. If you guys that are watching this can go on that post and leave a review, that would just, like Sean said, like, reviews are gold to you guys. These reviews are going to really, really help us get this course to more people. So if you guys can just comment a review, a couple sentences, let us know what you think. Don't lie. I really want your actual opinions. And that would be doing us a really big solid. And of course, if you guys can shoot us a review, we'll make sure you guys have lifetime access for free.
Cool, guys. Well, I'm glad you guys are all enjoying the group. Don't hold back as you guys continue to go through the group. If you guys have any critical feedback, like, post it in the group, like email us, like, let us know somehow. Like, the whole goal is we want to continue to refine this course and make it the best possible course that it can be for you guys. But like I said, we'll be here next Wednesday, same time. Obviously me or Austin will be posting in the group, and we'll let you guys know right before we go live and all that stuff. But appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out with us. Glad you're enjoying the course, and we will catch you guys next week.
Peace out, guys.
See you guys later.